Hello.
Hello.
What's up, familia? Welcome to the show. And today
Corner.
we're getting scary. But before we get into that, give it up for your homie Spooky Bass.
Peace.
Give it up for your favorite cousin Neil.
Hello.
Bum, bum, bum. And the plain old Hitman and Zombie here. Yay. No fanfare.
Yeah.
Who's holding it down?
How about that?
The evolution of our game is evolutionary. So, without further ado, Unison, what corner are we entering?
The scary. Corner.
That's right, guys. We're entering the scary corner. There's a little version of the Twilight Zone for us. Little.
The Twilight Zone.
As the month of spooky is coming to a close, we would like to give you a nice treat. Last year we did the Conjuring dose. So we like to start our retroactive forward and middle, back. You don't know which way we're gonna go. So we decided to start with the heart of the Conjuring universe before we spin out into the other domains. So we're starting with Conjuring Uno. What was your first impression of this movie? Starting with Bass.
I thought it was scary. It was really scary for me, actually. Messed me up for a while. I heard 3 knocks, everywhere.
Oh my.
Knock knock. How about you, cousin Neil? It's your first time in a long time?
Yeah, as I remember seeing it in theaters. It came out in 2013.
13, yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Yeah. So it was interesting after watching the movie that you can check up on their history and stuff. Oh, it's kind of sweet, married couple investigating ghosts together. So it's pretty cool.
How about you, Hitman?
Yeah, that is a pretty uncommon name, Edward.
Edward.
You know what? You can tell. This was my first time watching this. Obviously, me and my hate relationship with horror things. But you could tell that he stepped it up. That he learned from his previous iterations of horror movies, and he took those liberties and grew and evolved with this movie.
You're talking about James Wan?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
The one and only.
The one and only.
The one and only. All right, here you go. This movie was the movie that brought me back into horror. This movie set that freaking expectation going into other. They made the whole horror genre step up their game, because when Blumhouse and James Wan got together and they're like, all right, let's make this magic piece, magical, and because I was coming off watching the American version of The Grudge, I was watching the American version of The Ring, and I was like, what is this garbage, And then I was like, nah, man. And then I was kind of falling out of love with the horror, because of these crappy movies. But then all of a sudden, The Conjuring, the trailer hit, and I was like, ooh. And then it says rated R. And the one that topped it off, the cherry on top, that made me like, I gotta go. 3 little words. 4 words. Based on a true story. That right there, signed, delivered. And the thing what I love, we'll get into it later, why I love it more, to bring it full circle. But yeah, this has brought me in. Even though the third one kind of kind of sucked because it was not the original director anymore. He bounced. He went to go direct what other movie? Forgot what it was. I don't think he went. I don't think he went back to see do Saw, right? I don't think he did Saw.
So, let's pump the brakes a little bit. You didn't like the Grudge or the Ring or none of that?
Not the American versions. I went back to see the Japanese versions, and that shit scared me.
Well, I don't think those are the movies that was bringing horror down. It'd be more like Paranormal Activity.
Dude, I love Paranormal Activity.
Oh God!
I went to go see all of them, bro. I was like,
oh jeez.
You hear that? You hear the vacuum? You see the vacuum cleaning the pool?
$1,000 budget.
Oh goodness!
They didn't have a tripod. They just had some chewed bubble gum.
Oh my god!
Like for what it was, I think that was a decent flick.
But it's funny how there's two endings. Oh, anyways, well, that's another topic for another day. But yeah,
the 90s was in the early 2000s was kind of a poopy show for horror movies in general.
Yeah, like the resurgence after that, because it goes back to the blockbuster days where my dad's like, all right, you get to pick a movie, your brother gets to pick one, and I always was the horror guy. Like everybody's like, really? You're gonna?
You know what's kind of interesting that I've noticed
Yeah.
with watching them now versus like watching the scary movies as a kid is that like you can go back and watch the scary movies as a kid and be like, that's so silly. But now, like you're gonna watch The Conjuring in like 20 years and be like, oh my, it's still.
I know, so
it's like because it's not cheesy. Like you like Beetlejuice. I mean, I guess that's not really
Beetlejuice.
but that's not scary. But I'm just thinking like the practical effects and stuff. Like you look at it, you're like, behind the mirror. Whereas
Iconic.
now it's like,
And then, and like I said, and then I used to go to the foreign film section where it says I saw Juno, The Grudge, and I was like, "What is this?" And it said the picture of the eyeball, and I told my dad, "I want this one." He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna watch this on your own, because I'm not watching it with you." And my dad would usually tap out, like, used to watch his movies, and he's like, "All right, here, this is all you." But then by the time I get to see mine, it's like really like midnight or 1 a.m. I'm like, "Oh, great!" So I'm over here.
I don't even want to
watching
wait.
it. And then he comes around the corner, and then it's the part where the Grudge is going down the stairs. My dad's like, "Oh, hell no!" He walks away. I guess I remember that to this day. You hear the go, and then the bone crunch. Oh my goodness, beautiful. And then the little boy.
That little boy weird, man. Smack that little kid. Hey, get out of the bathroom.
Dude, little kids do that all the time. I'm a cat. Meow.
That's how no manners.
But yeah, so it goes back to that day, you know. And then as you get older, I was pursuing that more and more. And then, then The Conjuring came around, and it reinvited me, and like it made me like, I want more of this. It hit the standard, you know.
No, I'm surprised. Usually, when there's like years where not good or good, just certain genres, there's no good stuff out. People usually go back to like older movies to see. That's usually where people go instead of just waiting around. I'm surprised you never check out like older stuff to feed your horror.
Like I was just limited to, you know, what drew my eye, like was more scary than kind of, I don't say cheesy, like more like I wanted it to be frightening, like for me to have nightmares type of thing. I wanted it, like I said, I wanted to see The Exorcist, but my mom just like literally like smacked that thing out of my hand, like, no, we're not taking this home. Like, all right. So I never seen it to this day. And I haven't seen it yet. That's why we're diving into it. But then, but the thing is, like, since we're reviewing a scary movie, like, was it 3-4 weeks ago? It kind of took the edge away from the Exorcist. Well, I don't know if it's true. Like, you know, I hope I'm wrong.
It's a fair.
I don't know.
Oh, you're still scared of it?
Yes. I guess it's like a stigma of, like, because of that fear that my mom put into it or whatever it was. Like, you're not taking the devil.
You
and
know,
then do this.
it's a funny thing because my mom also has a thing about movies and over the years, but she's never seen any movies that she always tells me are bad or I shouldn't watch. Or she's never seen them. She just heard about them in the news or whatever. With The Exorcist and stuff. I was like, so you're gonna judge something you've never seen? I will tell you this, since you've never seen The Exorcist, I don't think it's. I don't think you're going to be as scared as you think. It's not. There's
Is it more like
more.
a stigma following it?
It's not about stigma. It really is about. It's a drama. I would actually put The Exorcist more on the drama side than horror. But, yeah,
So
I mean, there are certain scenes of horror, but it really is it's a movie about faith and stuff. Do you believe in evil?
More or less getting the message out. Yeah.
So it's like a dogma thing. Like it's more like a deep soul search. Like, do you really think this could possibly happen? Like,
yes. But look at what happened here, based on true story, and it did happen.
you said base. That could be anything. That could be. That's a very carte blanche term. You could do whatever the hell you want. Oh, their names are the same. It's true.
I remember there was a lot of meth back in the day.
No, but discrediting. No, but I'm saying, like, have you heard the interviews with the original people, the real people that were talking about it? And I read the books. I followed up on them. They come out talking at the wrestler Talk is Jericho. He has his own podcast. Well, anyways, they came out there. They
plug other
talked
podcasts, please.
Yeah, don't listen to wrestling podcasters.
All right, go on.
So I'm saying, like, they came out, like, the real people were interviewed, and then they have their own documentary of the things that actually happened to them. And they even said it like, oh, great, like, we're going to get this torture porn guy to do our life story, and then James Wan, yeah, that's what they said, because he was coming out doing Saw. And then when they met him, they're like, oh, their perspective kind of changed. Like, all right, so they're actually treating it with respect, and our story is being told the way it's told, So that's what you said too. Like, I'm watching this torture porn shit. So yeah, so that's why the real people said that too. It's like, we don't want something to be gory and all this. Like, we want it to be told the way we felt to be represented.
We're gonna fill these water balloons with piranhas, and then we're gonna keep under your eye. And then we're gonna heat the water up so the piranhas try to escape the balloon through your eyeballs. Like, shut up, man! Like, no, thank you.
Wait, what movie is that from?
I don't know. Okay.
He made his own trap. That's what it is.
No, it's from Mein Kampf. He did that with a frying pan and rats.
Oh, okay.
And that's based on a freaking true story. Holy. Anyway.
Based
on the spooky tales of the Night Crew.
Allegedly.
Foretold.
I would say.
And I also I like this movie. Like, all right, let's get into it. Like, I like how it sets up, like, other variations of movie. So it gives you. They did it with this, and then did it with the one we reviewed last year. Remember? So the way it started off, the start time with Annabelle.
Yeah,
So
I like that
based on a
little
true
random
story?
Darth Maul ghost that ties into nothing.
Well, that was inside us, so that was a little different,
No, yeah, I mean, everything paid off. I wonder if he had planned to, like, do the object room and make movies based on every object. I wonder if that was
okay.
because he's like Annabelle, and they talked about that in the movie, and then in the end of Annabelle Creations, they show Annabelle, like, being in the freaking house next door to them.
That's fucking freaky.
And up with the doll. Yeah.
We'll get into it. We will do that review later.
Yep.
Later. So I like the tone of the music. Have you noticed it's the same the same violin? Like, is it that? The little sound that you hear in the Conjuring thing? Like,
No, is it where he took instruments and just threw them on the ground?
No. Was it? They didn't do that with the Nun too, right?
I've seen the Nun movies.
We haven't seen the Nun.
No.
None.
Because it hasn't been my mandatory watching.
Hey, what? I thought we reviewed the Nun, didn't we?
No, we haven't done the Nun yet.
Oh.
That's why.
But one thing I will, going into this movie, like, I don't know. I guess this feels like an end of the movie thing to say, but, like, it really feels like James Wan took karate and he took it to heart that like making loud noises surprises your enemies and like that for sure was the scary. Like I'll just like, I'm like
surprise.
zoning watching and it's like blah, blah! And I'm like, oh my god,
God.
Jesus, and it freaking worked, man. Like I was jumping left and right.
I love those misdirection type of a shoot, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it opens with that iconic sound, and then we see the girls talking about describing Chucky, how he moves. I mean, Annabelle. But you want to play a game, but it's funny how they put that doll. It's not a Raggedy Ann doll, so they probably look at a Raggedy Ann doll like, motherfucker, is not scary. So yeah, so they get the animal and they're like, because they find a little piece of paper saying, "Do you miss me?" He's like, "What? I left you in the room. What are you doing in the hallway?" And they walk into the room and it says, "Do you miss me? You miss me?" It's like that movie from The Shining, right? Where he writes all those words in the walls and shit, type of thing. Yes. No?
Shiny. Yeah. It's another good one.
Dude, okay, but Nicholson was the worst choice because he was batshit crazy from the start.
Yeah.
Like, look, he's getting crazier. No. Anyway.
So they got our medium, and the medium said that this girl named Annabelle Higgins died in the apartment, and then that she wants to play, and then she likes playing at her dolls. So that the nurses gave her permission. Yeah, like, yeah, go ahead, go move into the doll. I'm like, why would you do that? Like, yeah, it's fine. Like, oh, I just want to be playing, you know. But then she's got out of hand, like always, you know. And then they get the doll and they throw in the trash, and then they hear knocking the popo. They're like, yes, hello, and they open the door and there's nothing, and then they look down like, do you miss me? And then they look, and it's Annabelle right there. She goes, ah.
Chilling.
Right? She's like, hi, girls.
Do you want to play a game?
Play a game. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And then after that, you know, we go in the classroom right now, because that's where we get introduced to Ed and Lorraine. You know, they're talking about like, yeah, what you did is you invited a demon in your home. It's getting attached to you guys, and then he's saying all that.
Responsibility. You got to carry a little demon poop bag around when you walk home. Are you ready for that? Because I don't think you are.
So yeah, so after that they cut it into a classroom because they're showing the videotape, and they're like, oh, like what happened? It's like, oh yeah, so they send in a priest and they bless the house, and they're like, what happened to Annabelle? And they're like, oh, she's safe. They really don't say where it is, but we know where it is later.
Sneeze.
Huh? Oh. Achoo. So yeah, so they're like showing their case of Annabelle, and then they're saying that they took Annabelle to their awesome museum that they have. And then all of a sudden we get the Star Wars font. In a land far, far away, Lorraine and Warren have been
far, far away. Darth Maul's not in this movie.
He turns ahead. Ed and Lorraine Warren have been kicking demons' butts and monsters all over the land. Okay, serious. No seriousness. Since the 1960s. Damn. I wasn't even born. Nobody was. Ed and Lorraine have been known as the world's renowned paranormal investigators before ghost hunters and what's the one in Travel Channel right now? Ghost Adventures?
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah,
Ghost Adventures.
I thought it was Cheaters.
Same thing.
So Lorraine is a gifted clairvoyant. That means she could see into space. No, into the space of. Neo, are you there?
Yeah.
No, okay. So what's a clairvoyant, Neo?
Good timing. I just Googled it. A person who claims to have a supernatural ability to perceive events in the future or beyond normal sensory contact.
Oh shit! So we're looking at L right here from the Stranger Things.
You know,
Anyways,
she
and
grew up
Ed
with Eminem. Feel old yet? Well,
Ed is the only ordained demonologist. There you go, demonologist
Demon Slayer.
recognized by the church. Demon Slayer. That's pretty much what it is.
You can do fire breathing. Watch out!
And is this the point where this is the part in the movie they show the house?
Yeah.
I just remember when I saw that house, I was thinking of Ghostbusters because I was like, because in Ghostbusters was it their firehouse where they store all the ghosts? Like similar to that.
Oh, I see.
That house caught on fire, and then all the ghosts get released.
Yeah, it looks haunted as shit.
Hell yeah.
It is.
So and then the little scroll, it says what we're about to see is based on a true story. Ed and Lorraine's most malevolent case
Malevolent.
they worked on called The Conjuring. It opens in 1971 Harrisville, Rhode Island. Everything happens down there, man.
Coag.
Everything happens in the East Coast.
Right?
Right, but you missed the part where their daughter was roaming around their horror relic room, and they were like,
That's
yeah.
where the pilgrims, and that's where they all landed and stuff, and all the witch trials and all
That was
stuff.
later, but
Salem
they have a
and
museum.
stuff in Massachusetts. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness out there, out that way.
I still want to go visit Salem.
There's a closer one up north in Oregon.
Oh yeah?
You go up there. Where's the witches? Oh, sorry, you're on the wrong coast.
Where the witches at?
Yeah, like we got the boonies out here. That's all we got. Got all that.
Hey, last time in Burbank, I saw Wiccan, which is kind of creepy.
I just want to see the Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
Sheesh, I got chills just thinking about it. We saw her, like she was dressed in, well, anyways, like she had all these relics, things, like long thingies, and she was wearing the hat.
Chick, bro.
No, it wasn't a god.
It was a goth
She
chick.
didn't have those heavy boots. It was like normal. I don't know how to explain it.
Shit, normal Prince wasn't a god. Shut up.
Heavy boots are a requirement.
But Prince weren't heavy. She was walking normally.
It's like you could.
Trevor.
Like you could sense it. I don't know.
Turning
just
into
could.
SNL
You could feel the wickedness
because
coming off of her.
Why don't you take
And you're
Burbank
George,
and get
George
out of
Toronto.
here? Get out of here, hitman. Take
This
a
is going
left
off the
on
rails.
Burbank and go down Magnolia and take Mulholland all the way down.
You don't even know. Stop.
I like their long, beautiful blonde hair.
Shaw.
Probably looking at us right now. I was like,
I thought that's all California was, by the way, before I was like, why is nobody talking about New York?
Is.
I don't know, man, because I'm the only one who does it, and I'm not from California, so what even?
ooh,
I think it's more of an LA thing. Everyone in LA is not from LA.
Yeah, I don't even take the bus. I'm not from here. What were we talking about?
What we're talking about is we need to get you one of those wigs. Nice,
There you go.
beautiful
Oh,
long
shut
locks.
up,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can I even see? Is that Chris?
I'm sorry, this is off topic, but I saw this short video where people from New York, there's like, how do you describe someone from LA, or how do they talk? Like, they talk kind of slow. Like when they're ordering food, yeah, I'll have a salad.
Oh my
I'll do a
goodness.
kale."
I will say, when I was in New York, one of the first people I talked to was actually an asshole, like just
Wow.
like the DJs. Because I was asking where something was, and they were like, "You're gonna turn left. You're gonna walk about 3 blocks. You're gonna ask somebody who cares." And I was like, "This is awesome." And yeah,
Damn.
you're right. So cliche.
Yeah. So suck on that, New York. We may be
Walking
slow.
here.
We may
Go eat
talk
your deep
slow,
dish
and we may be slow. But at least we're not assholes.
At least that.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
So yeah,
Conjuring.
it's Conjuring. This part of it.
Big titty
The
guy.
Pondering the Conjuring. You know, there'll be another cool store right next to Hot Topic is Off Topic.
Off topic.
Off Topic, Hot Topic.
There's a store called Off Topic.
No, I mean, it would have been cool. You would have done that because it's off topic.
Off topic.
So we meet the family moving into this big house.
I don't see the joke.
Oh shit, my bad. Was that a joke? Sorry.
No, that's all right. It's all
I was
right.
looking up if there was an off-topic
This
store.
is gonna hit the editing floor. Don't worry. All this is getting edited out. Everybody's getting flamed out. Hit the blood.
Can I? Well, to bring us back to The Conjuring. Can we all just say, seeing Ed and Lorraine Warren, we see played by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. You know, great actors. But when we see the real pictures of Ed and Lorraine Warren, I was like, oh.
You have to de-age them a little bit.
They sure made them much more pretty.
Well, I'm sure they got to have some say in who the Hollywood actor.
You think so? You think Lorraine was
I
like,
want this guy to play me. I know.
Yeah, I look like her.
Like your teeth. Yeah.
I look like her when I was younger.
I look like her.
Like her.
All the ghosties wanted me.
So, all the clairvoyancy. So
they go in the house and we meet
they go in the house, and then the dad is like, all right, come on, dog, get inside. The dog is like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
I going in there. He's like,
People
come
in
on,
the house.
Sadie.
Even though it's apparently also in the yard, pup.
He's like, come on, Sadie, come in. And he's like, nope, you go enjoy your house. Like, all right. Inside the house, the girls start playing hide and clap. Clapping their cheeks. No, I'm playing.
Man, that was such a cliche like horror movie game for kids to play. I was like, come on.
I didn't know about it until I saw this movie. I was like, this is a thing?
No, but it existed solely for this purpose.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's spooky for a second. Oh, all right.
It's spooky.
It's spooky scary.
So it's like Marco Polo, but using so you have to put a blindfold on and you get 3 claps. Clap the cheeks. Oh, it's so inappropriate. They're young kids. Anyways, so they're running around and the homegirl's knocking things over. Like, stop it, girls. You don't know this house yet. You're going to fall off the stairs. It's okay, Mom. We got it. So this door open and then you hear the clap. I find you. And then they bump into her and then they loosen a floorboard. And they find a hidden room. The dad, Roger, goes down the stairs. They go. They don't have a flashlight, so they're using these matches. I guess they're I guess they're in a timer. They're like,
Oh, yeah, I mean, everybody knows the rules of the Midnight Man.
Oh, that's right. You got to blow out the
You got 10
candle.
seconds. 10 seconds to light your candle. I know, right?
Got you.
If we were playing the game, you'd just be a total dick. You'd just like, stop it! I'm trying to light my candle.
That is not in the rules. Let me see the rules. No.
Oh my goodness. So back in the bedroom, it's bedtime. Wink, wink. The dad's like, "Are you ready to break this in?" It's like, "Of course I am. Let's break it in." And then in the morning, the mom's like, "What you did to me?" She's all bruised up. Like, I didn't do that. I didn't blow your back out yet. Oh my god, I'm sorry. When I saw that scene, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's what happens." So yeah, so they're walking around, and the homegirl is like, "Mom, let me get Sadie to come in the house." All right, go get her. And that's when she screams, "Ah!" Right? Ah! Like, what happened? And the dad is like, "Oh no, Sadie is dead."
Right,
How did she die? Heart attack?
Did they already? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We didn't really see I guess they wanted to keep something somewhat mystical and like we didn't or ambiguous. I guess we didn't see what happened to Sadie. We just saw that she was laying there dead.
Yeah, she was vibing, she was good, and then she got taken out.
She wasn't. She was terrified, but
Probably got a heart attack or something. So yeah, so in the house, we go into the Warrens' house.
Resident Evil was saying something real quick.
Oh, okay, so okay.
Oh no! I was a little confused. Or is this the main family? Or
Yes.
Yeah. So the main family, and they were about to go into the Warrens' Museum of Horrors.
okay.
So in the back in the Warren house, we have inside their museum. Dude, you know that museum is still up? I'd like to go see it.
In Connecticut.
It actually exists.
Yes.
Huh.
And then there's a YouTube channel dedicated to Annabelle, which is scary as fuck. It's the real Annabelle there, that Raggedy Ann. And they have to remove her to clean her case to recast it. So they have to take her, transfer from one case to another really quick, and then they pray it, they bless it, and they put her back in. And they lock her in.
Hey, if you drink the holy water, do you have holy pee?
Yeah, the hold pee. Oh my goodness.
Ew, don't drink the holy water.
Don't give nobody ideas. Don't do it.
How many hands have been in there?
Him and his zombie shows are not.
Gross.
We don't condemn you drinking holy water. We don't.
Okay, if you're a quarterback and you
Disclaimer.
perform 7 Hail Marys, are you cleansed?
You're not in confession. You should just tell him the quarterback went to tell the priest, I have sinned. What could I do to repent? Give me 7 Hail Marys and.
Oh, fine. I'll go out on the field.
Oh my goodness. This is gonna be all. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed our comic. So yeah, so inside this, they have a pretty cool collection of rare items, and then later variations of this movie, like Annabelle Comes Home, you get more into the museum and what each of the items were from. They tell you more in detail, which was pretty cool. Like I said, like it builds on buildings, and of course,
I could
so
really see it as like a point and click, choose your own adventure where you like click on an item and it goes into their whole movie or story. I think it's really neat the way they did that.
That'd be sick. Yeah. They will do that. So Mr. Ed is over here showing this reporter guy. He's like, "Oh, do you have the Annabelle doll?" I was like, "Yeah, he's over here," and it says, "Do not open," and it's all that. And like, so it's possessed. Like, no, can't do it. And then after that, we see a young Judy, which is Lorraine's daughter, going there. Like, "Judy, what are you doing in here? You cannot be in here." And it's cool because you see her throughout the movies, like, get older, right?
She's
Has she been
It's the same.
No,
Yeah, because she's like in The Conjuring 2, and then Annabelle goes home and comes home or throws a party. Like you see her get aged.
Annabelle's quinceañera.
Annabelle.
I don't recall seeing Judy in
Annabelle's.
Let's see, the second Conjuring came out in 2016.
She was in The Conjuring 2. That's right. She was there when the mom wrote the name in the book, which is weird because she calls out the name in this movie because, like, what? So she clearly knew the name. What? Did she forget?
What name?
The name of the demon, the nun.
Oh, yeah, that
like
name.
Bathsheba or whatever the shit. She clearly she calls that name in this movie too. And then the second one, she's like, "I learned your name."
I know, right?
You fucking do it. Like what?
I think she did forget it.
Like I've had so much, like in Lego Batman. I guess you could say I'm fighting a lot of people. I don't have a main nemesis.
I thought I was your main nemesis. Man, this is all over the place. Base, you there? So far, what do you thought about the whole Annabelle story? You think it was real, was fake? What, in your own opinion, what do you thought it was at that time when you were hearing about Annabelle?
They took liberties with it, but I like where they went with it.
I mean, like when we first see the doll.
Yeah.
My mind automatically goes. Whenever I see like dolls like that, I think of um, oh, what's the TV show? Ghost. R.L. Stein.
Oh, Goosebumps.
Goosebumps, not Ghost. Yeah, Goosebumps puppet.
What are you talking about? Slappy?
Is his name
The-
Slappy?
Yeah. The.
Oh, yep. The one
Yeah,
that
that's
looks
where
like a Funko Pop guy.
Are they related?
You should look up some AI Goosebumps covers because they're gold.
I remember I had a lot of the books.
Me too. They were so good.
So from that we go back to the house, and and she gets to encounter the clock stop at 3 a.m. again, and they were at one of the girls' room. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep track of all the girls' names. It was like the youngest one, and she goes, "Something pulls on my leg," and then she's like, "Stop it!" It's not Sadie. What's her name?
Greg.
Nancy something.
Kyle.
She's like, "Stop it! It's not me." And then she's like, "Go back to bed." It's like, "Why? Stop farting! Why does it smell so bad?" It's like, "It was not me. It was a chili last night." And then all of a sudden you hear the door of the cellar open. He's like, "Oh my god!" So whatever was locked in is getting out. Could say like a gas leak or something. And then we see one of that part was kind of scary. We see one of the girls sleepwalking and she's thumping her head on the closet door, like. And then the next morning, mom is getting bruised. You see her in the back, right? Her arm and shit.
It was her arm. Her arm is all messed up.
What do you think it is? Like lack of iron?
Yeah, definitely. Eat more broccoli and spinach.
We should see. I was reading that.
Meat.
I was reading that during filming of this movie, they were coming down with this girl had like this rare blood disease, and once the movie wrapped, like it went away completely. Like it was like happening while she was filming the movie. Like she was getting really sick and all this.
That wouldn't have happened in Children of the Corn.
Haven't seen it.
They would have had a regulated diet. Really, you haven't seen like any old horror movies, man. Like
I'm telling you, it goes back to the Blockbuster days. Okay, I haven't seen.
You can still get those movies in Blockbuster. Are you kidding me? No excuse.
It was not appealing to me. I was telling you, I was more like the foreign stuff. I even saw Human Centipede by accident, and it was not good.
with the iPad, the Sentai pad.
Sentai pad. Why won't it read?
So the next, it's in the morning. Everybody goes to school like, "Mama," except one little girl, and she's like talking to this person named Rory. Like, "Here, mom, you can see him through this little thing," and it's spinning. And then he goes, and then you're looking at it. You're like, "Oh, okay, cool." Is there something come out? And then nothing happens, and the little girl goes, "Boom!" I'm like, "Motherfucker."
You know, usually I'm like, with the expected stuff, I'm like, all right, here it comes. But like, yeah, that actually, I was like, whoa.
That got me off guard too. I was like, "Damn you!" So then the mom's like, "Can you play hide and clap with me, mom, please?" Like, nobody lets me play. She's like, "All right, fine, go hide." And then that's when she started hearing the claps leading her away. And then she's in the closet like, "Oh, I know where you're at. I could hear you." And then she goes like that. She goes like, "What? I thought you were here." And then she takes off her blindfold, and the kid comes around the corner. "Ah, you cheated. Took off your blindfold. I win." I was like, "You're over there. Who the fuck?" I was like, who the what? I'm never playing that game ever.
We're playing Marco.
Now I can hear you. You probably have a cold. Oh my god. So the next night in bed again, something pulls the covers off and pulls her feet. Oh my goodness. And this is where the awesome.
It's the worst type of ghost. A foot fetishist.
You ever hear Mexico stories about that kind of stuff?
Hide those sweet
Laying in bed and
feet.
pull your feet.
My goodness.
Mucho
Gotta hurry up,
chupacabra.
We're in the 40 minutos and we're still in the beginning. It's all good. So something's pulling at her foot. She's like looking around, like, who the fuck did that? Like, I told her to stop doing it. Like, it's not me. And then she looks underneath the bed, and then that's when we get the cool, awesome camera work. She's like looking, and then you hear the door open, and then she goes like this, and the camera's like, it's like that, huh, bass? And then she goes, there's something behind the door. Behind the door. And then it's like, what? Nancy, there's something behind the door, dog. And then she gets up like, there's nothing behind the and it's her screaming out of her mind.
Psych.
She's like, there's something behind the door. Like, no. And the other girl's like, her eyes are like, oh shit, what was that?
Told you.
I told there's something there. That shit got me, dude, right there. When the store's behind her, and then everybody comes in like, what's going on? Like, there's something right there. And then she wants my family dead. And I was like, oh shit, things are escalating. And then Senora, we see Ed and Lorraine chilling with the fam, and they're like, Ed is like, all right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some milk. And she goes, Lorraine, where you going? Because you suck at lying. Oh, this father wants me to go check out a house. And he's like, all right, I'll go with you. He's like, no, because someone might kill you. Lorraine is like, oh my goodness. You cannot keep me locked up. I guess something happened to her, right? They don't explain that
She's
yet.
just having really bad premonitions about it.
Yeah, the whole, in the second one too, she was having premonitions of El Nino.
And knowing your business.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the nun said in the tree. What's your name? Nunya.
None of your business, bitch. Oh, I remember his name. I'm not gonna say it, but I know his name.
Is it Bathsheba?
Starts with a V-L-K.
VLK?
B-A-L-K. Or
Valentin.
it's Valak. You know, when you go back to part 2, like you could see it spelled out in the bookcase. Then she has it on. She has it on the kids fucking beads. She has it right there too. Yeah, they're there. It says Valak on the bookcase.
Conjuring 2, right?
Yeah, the Conjuring 2. Here we go. Deep search. Cousin Neil, who gets there first? To go to images.
I don't know.
This is the Exorcist. It's like the Exorcist extender cut. This is the review extender cut. Extendo. You see it?
I don't see it.
It's right there on the bookcase. The name, the big letters. I like how we just pausing the whole review for checking this.
Big.
¿La ves?
Well, because
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Right
Valid.
there.
again, this whole like clairvoyant premonition is like moot because she already knew the damn name. Unless she thought maybe it was somebody else.
That could
And
be
then she
too.
realized it was her.
It's a good point, right?
It didn't like seem like it was she reacted as if it was a brand new name, but she had already done this whole dance.
The whole song and dance. So yeah, Lorraine, they went to go check out a house. It turned out to be fake. Like nothing happens, you know. And then at night, the mom over here in the other house, she's checking. She got more bruises. She's like, "What the fuck?" She's taking these. I thought it was an iron deficiency pills or something. So she puts them away. It looks like it, huh?
Did
But
nothing
how do you
happen?
get the bruise? By
Or the
like that?
you feel horror. Like, pretty sure something happened there, but they just kind of glazed over it. I don't know. She's taking pills because she's got problems.
She got problems.
She got problems. And all of a sudden you hear the girls, it's too late for you to be playing that game. Of course the trope is happening. It's like, and then you hear the freaking, this got me when they're running down the stairs and they're knocking all the pictures down, like, and then you hear the laughing, like I was like, and then she looks over the barricade, and she's looking, and she's like, all the girls are asleep. Deuces. I'm like, you're in bed. Okay, everybody's in bed. Nobody's up. The dad is gone. I'm here by myself.
What a great dad.
So, like, what would you do in a situation? Go to bed, like, ignore, lock your doors, like, please.
Get the hell out of the house.
I would have been gone already. I would have been on a plane ticket down to like the most like congested freaking like city I could find.
Yeah, they're like, oh well, all our money is tied up in this. Get the fuck out! I don't care how much money you got tied in the house.
I ain't got time for that.
Live in the tent. All our money is tied up in this tent. Whatever, you're in the
So yeah, so all
tent.
the nah, exactly. You didn't have to save up a little bit more. Go on OnlyFans. I mean, so yeah, so the pictures get knocked down. We hear laughing, and then she goes in there. She's like, "Girls, whoever's down there is gonna get locked in here." And then as she turns around, she goes, the door knocks her out. She tumbles down. This part I could relate to because remember I told you my story with the ball. It just flew. This ball, it looked like somebody was hiding behind the piano. It's like they threw a ball over, and she's like, "Nope, I'm out of here." So she started running up the stairs. The fucking light bulb goes out. She's like, then where she found the matches? Like it goes somewhere in the stairwell, right? So she's in the dark.
Right there.
It's behind her ear.
I know. She's like,
Which is convenient because the light bulb was all the way down there. So it's understandable.
So she lights up the lighter, and the midnight man blows it out. Like, damn it, hold on. So she gets one, and then she's looking, and you hear this little boy call. What is it? Rory says, "You want to play hot? You want to?" If you're in the darkness, I'm over here looking at your darkness.
Right here.
So over here, homegirl's like, you hear Rory say, "Do you want to play hide and clap?" And she's like, deadpan. She's like, "What?" And all of a sudden, you hear, "Oh my goodness!" So she's getting murdered. In that instance, we see go up to the girls' room, and then we hear the thumper again, and then she's like, "Ah, again, here, come, just sleep with me, like just lay down." And all of a sudden, the closet opens up. It's like, what the fuck? And then we see Catwoman. Like, meow. She's looking up, and this person just pounces on her. I'm like, yep, everybody's dead. I thought that was gonna come back and everybody's fucking neck was snap or something, like the fucking Conjuring.
Old man from Insidious.
Like I know.
Like Darth Vader. It's Tuesday, ain't it?
You'll never catch my weakness.
So this lady just jumps on her. The dad comes home. He's like, "What the fuck's going on here? Tell me something." She opens the door.
There's always a dad coming home with an armful of groceries. It's like,
Should have been the other kind of dad.
I'll save you.
Dude, I would like to replace this guy and put Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie.
No,
Okay.
you gotta put the dad from that other movie.
Oh,
The review we just did with Darth Vader, because he's always on time. He's always on point.
But he always had an armful of groceries too, and he's like, "Oh,
Let me put the bread away first.
I don't care about fuck the pickles."
Fuck the pickles.
He definitely beats the dad from Conjuring 2.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It was like
That was
divorced
never
in his pastor apartment. Like,
No,
no, I'm good. Just keep me out of this. My 5 kids? No, they'll figure it out.
I'm good. Kids? What kids?
Less child support for me, you know what I mean?
like, are they there yet? No, damn it,
And Nick Cannon over there.
dude. It turns out like he's the one who conjured up that freaking old man to go after him. Imagine.
Hey, do me a favor.
So after that, they get conquered and divided, and at the NWU, it's like a university of something. Ed and Lorraine are showing the Exorcist of Frenchie. Frenchie.
It's a demon fry, right?
Oh, he hasn't seen it. Okay, never mind. You won't get it. French.
No, I don't remember.
I guess we're doing it next week. We'll find out.
Wait, what? Frenchie.
Frenchie. It's Frenchie, the nun.
Frenchie. I was like,
Frenchie.
I told you I've not seen the Nun.
Ah, man, we gotta.
that was,
We're
that,
gonna do a non-stop freaking Conjuring universe.
that was a curveball, man. I couldn't find it either. Like I struck out on that one.
No, we'll find it.
Give
So
me a
yeah,
try.
so Frenchie, you see him going, and that's when we see Lorraine scream her head off because the Frenchie guy's looking at him like, and then she's like,
It's,
I'm,
it's,
like,
I'm,
no.
I'm lost right now.
it's the guy from
it's
Boys.
the movie. They're in a class, right? And they're showing their B-reel, their movie, on to the students.
Speak with your mouth, not with your hand. I don't know.
All right, so
Frenchie from the Nun, right?
yeah,
That's
Frenchie
the
from
young
the Nun.
guy, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So they're showing that to the students at the university.
Oh, I see now. Okay.
Yeah. So they're doing that, and they're like explaining, like, look, you could see like an upside down cross appear on Frenchie, and they're like, oh, okay. And that's when Lorraine makes eye contact with her, but they didn't show her all the way. So you just stopped the video before it got to the point. I wonder if Ed would like, motherfucker, just straight out clock that fool.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. KO. So yeah, and then the mom was sitting in the audience, and then like flags them down. Hey, can you come to my house and check what we got going on? It's like, we usually don't do house calls, but okay, let's go. And that's where everything kicks up a notch.
Because I haven't seen the movie since 2013. So the Warrens haven't gone to the house yet.
No, not yet. Until right now.
Oh,
Until because the mom was sitting in the audience when they were doing
not
that
much time has
explanation.
passed.
Yeah,
Okay.
We got the extended video.
we got the extendo. So yeah, so she brings them back to the house. As soon as she walks in, Lorraine sees the little girl's like, here, you want to see Rory? He's like, yeah, sure. She's playing the. So you see that little thing, the mirror just stops and it focuses on the kid, and she's like, I would have been fucking frightening, dude. She's like taking it like a champ. She's like,
Well,
that's what it is.
later on, she calls out all the incidences where they see the demon or whatever, the soul, but they didn't react at all.
Yeah.
Like when we met the girls, we saw it. It was like
That's when the retelling. So she goes outside and then she goes sees by the tree, and that's when Ed comes like, are you okay? Have you seen anything? Then she looks back. She's like, then you see like pair of stinky feet like just swaying by Ed's ear. I was like, imagine like just talking. Ed is talking. The thing's going in his mouth without no. You're like, what? Is something in my mouth? What's going on? And then Lorraine is like,
You should see how we pee.
oh my. What a scary movie. That's freaked me out when I saw those feet just hanging there and you hear that. I was like, damn, son.
Saw the athlete's foot on that. Whew.
So they set the mom and dad down to tell them what they saw. So listen, as soon as I got on, I see the black spirit attached to you and everybody in the family. No matter wherever you go, you're gonna follow you. So like we can't even go to a populated area, like you were saying. It's like, no. Like we have to exercise it. Like I thought that's what happens to when you do it to a person. It's like, no, there's exercise this demon from the toilet. Keeps going back to that. So yeah, so they bring their equipment. They bring another.
And we see the Asian guy.
Yeah, bring an Asian guy, and then
he's in all three of the movies.
Seriously.
I don't even know his name in the movie. He's just.
Let's see. Every time he's the one who comes in, and he's like,
he's the helper. He's the unpaid intern.
He's like, nah, they don't donate. They don't put money in the tip cup. Forget them.
Yeah. So in the morning, like after that, the investigation kicks off, and there's stuff going on, and then Miss Lorraine tells the mom, "Go take a load off. Go rest. Go chill. You know, like I'll take care of the house chores for you." So she's over there.
Go isolate
Doing
yourself
it.
for the ghost to grab you.
You got the COVID. You got the vid.
You got the vid. So she's over here hanging some bed sheets, you know, and then all of a sudden the wind kicks up and it looks up. It's getting dark, and then it's like a ghost. And like, oh my god, dude, we saw that, and it's funny how it goes up. It goes like an OG ghost.
UFO.
Casper. He's not friendly, so friendly, but she saw that someone is behind you. So I'm gonna start going around just throwing the bed sheet on something until it catches on. Imagine. Like, is something here? No. Okay, something there?
It's probably the realist
Dude.
test.
What would you do if you done that, bro?
I
If you see that.
would just assume it was dry and then go with the next object that needs to be hung.
How about you, cousin? How would you react to that?
To which part?
To the when the bed sheet goes and then forms a
She's
person.
hanging clothes and the bed sheet
Oh,
flies away on its own.
probably kick it.
I know karate.
Or I'd say thank you. I need to wash it anyway.
Wait, while you're up there, could you put a little lemon juice, vinegar?
I think I would just fucking just take off running or trying to tackle it down or something. I'll be like,
I would
Are you-
immediately start shopping on Costco.com and start looking for some new bed sheets.
To be honest, there's only 2 scenes in this movie that really freaked me out. I don't know if we saw the first one was the hand clapping. This just came out.
Yeah,
And the second one we haven't seen it yet. But,
it's not the flying bed sheet.
it's coming up.
Yeah,
No,
it's coming. Go ahead, yeah.
So back in the mom's room, the thing, she's like looking up, and you see the witch. She's like, "Se le subió el muerto."
Oh, is that when we see her?
The witch just comes out. She's like right on top of the mom, and she's like, and she's like,
Oh, that part. Okay.
that's just scared the shit out of me because I was like, I just wake up my eyes and there he is. It happened to me. Scary. Yeah, I seen it. Go back to. So yeah, she's get possessed, and they're like, "What's going on? Open the door! What's up with these people keeping the doors? You would have thought that they would have tied it to a string, you know, or something from keep the doors from closing." That was just my suggestion. You think it was probably would rip the string anyways.
Yeah, probably.
She'd be like,
My tooth.
so all this activity is kicking up since the mom got possessed. You see the maid, we see a boy, we see a little girl. The little girl is like, where's she setting up the cameras? And then she goes upstairs, and then she's like, oh, she's not in there by herself. Like, what do you mean? Like, they put on the headphones like we're doing right now, and then she goes, come with me, let's fly away. Michael Jackson, stop it. I'm not playing.
Whoa.
I mean, Peter Pan. So they go off to the Netherlands. So they bust open the door and like, where are you? Then they find this little crawl space with little toys and stuff. And then that's when Lorraine should get hazard pay for this work because she goes through all the flights of stairs. She goes, the walls. She's like,
Honestly, man, yeah, I was like, whoa, how many floors?
she's stuck in the wall or something, man. Man, this place has rooms on rooms, secret rooms, and all that. I thought it was inside the Bat Cave or something.
Secret volcano layer.
Secret. So she falls down, and then Lorraine is looking in the little mirror thing, and she sees the maid. And she goes, "You made me do it."
I thought there was only one entrance to the Bat Cave. Password: Iron Man sucks.
So yes. So she sees a maid, and then she like with the the black smeared eyeballs. Was that scary, Senor Neo?
No.
The first time I saw it got me. I was like, oh, because you're looking at her this way and look around, she's like right there. You're like,
Oh, is that the one where she's like on top of the cabinet?
The closet?
Is it the closet? Yeah, when we actually see her. It's like
Yeah,
a
we passed it.
Oh, did we pass that? Are you sure?
Yeah, we passed it. That's when she jumped on the little girl, and then they're screaming. Like, that
Wait,
was
are you
scary.
sure? Did she jump? It was like a quick.
Yeah,
Actually,
she
you see
just
like the
jumped.
full
She
body.
jumped.
Like you see her
She
face
jumps.
and everything.
She jumped. Or either that, or another
Yeah, I
part
don't
where
think we passed it.
she's hanging there.
Yeah, you just see like a quick glimpse, like she's looking right at the camera.
No shit. Probably the extendo cut.
What? What are you talking about?
Really? I have to go back and see that part.
Yeah, it's the only part where you actually like see her.
Because
It's
she's
the
on top
only
of the closet thing, looking at them, and she's like, "What is that?" And then that's when she looks up, and she's like, then you hear that little black goose like, ah. I'm like, oh shit.
I'm gonna look for this scene right now.
All right, go look for this thing. So yeah, so she looks at the maid, and she's like, she made me do it. Then she gets freaked out. She starts running away too, and then all of a sudden her necklace gets caught on the little chain thing. It's a lot with the spiral thing, right? And he's like, Ed, help me, Ed. Lorraine, where are you? And that's when they run out the door. Like, all right, I'm gonna send the tape to the bishop, and they'll come back and bless your house. Everybody's saying no Momo. And he's like, all right, let's go to Momo.
No homo.
No. So yeah, so they go to the motel, and then they're like, and then they're reviewing their what's it? The Ed and Lorraine are reviewing the cassette, everything that they were playing. They played it back, and there was no sound, which is kind of weird. Then exactly 3:07, that's when you hear that the growlies, right?
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's an ordinary Tuesday playing at 3:07 in the morning. And then that's where what happens? She gets that's where Ed gets a call like, hey, homegirl took the other two girls back to the house. They're like, oh no, she's possessed. She's gonna kill her. And this is where the fun part starts.
That's when they mentioned that she killed her daughter.
Oh yeah. That what's it? The person, the witch.
Hmm?
She possessed, kills the boy. Thought I heard something. Sorry. The darkness. Because they go back to the somewhere in there. I'm sorry, I lost track. They go back to the house, and then Judy is like she hears a voice, and she goes, "Daddy," and she was back in the museum, and then she looks, and Annabelle's not in her case anymore. And then they go back. She goes in her room, and the doll is like rocking there, and then they're like, "I need help, Anna. What's her name? The Tia, like, Tia, come here, help me out." And the Tia's like running, she's like trying to like open the door, Annabelle. I mean, Judy, like, I can't, it's stuck. And that's when you see like someone like petting Annabelle. She turns around like, I was like, damn, son. Then she goes, Mom, help. And then she hears it, like X-Men do. And there's something wrong. Like, what do you mean? Judy's in trouble. So they run in there and they bust open the door just in time. And now she would get rocked with that rocking chair. She's like hurling right at her. It's like, I was like, damn, split second timing. He's like, oh, I saw Annabelle. I saw her. And then Ed goes on there like, well, she's in her case still. Like, how did she? That was a trip, right?
She said I was holding Annabelle.
I was scared.
I was just holding Annabelle.
So she was mini possessed?
I don't know. I mean, Annabelle was the conduit, so she herself was possessed. Still.
Ay. I got scared, eh?
So does that imply that it's a different demon altogether with Annabelle? It's got to be, right? All
It's
the
gotta
other
be.
objects are possessed by different things.
So that's the main jefe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so everybody scurries back down, you know, and then we see her being full possessed. The Caroline with her cool ass eyes. You see her eyes? She's like, they're glowing, they're like yellowish. with the scissors, like, I'm gonna kill this bee. And they were like, hold her down. So they tie her down to a chair. They're like, we have to do it right now. Like the exorcism, we cannot wait. So you wouldn't know what to do. I'll give it a try. And then they start saying these words, and then she starts bleeding. And then she starts levitating from the chair, and then it goes upside down. She starts breakdancing.
Put her down. I really thought that was gonna go horribly wrong.
I know, right? Just drop her on her head. And then she's like, and then she starts tearing away from the cloth, and as her eyes are popping out. And then she's like, you said, put her down. She drops on her back. The chair splits. And then she scares off. Like, she's in because she was looking for the kids, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right. So she finds them. She goes in the attic, like, all quick. She's like, like the Evil Dead. She's going up there. And then she finally about to get, I think Nancy or Judy. But then they do the priest palm on her head, like, think about your kid, fight it. She's like, blah, blah, blah. Think about that day you went to San Diego on the beach. You're like, oh yeah, it was fun. Think about the Happy Meals you bought yesterday.
Well, those were happy.
Think about the Pokemon cards you got.
Oh, I got a Meowtic.
And then, and this point. At this point, she's like, okay, and she's fighting. And then she spew it out. She goes, blah. Then you see her, like, her big jaw just, like, closes back down. And then she's, like, normalizing. And then sunshines and rainbows. And
sunshines and rainbows.
They're in the underneath. Well, they're in the, what's it called? Underneath the floorboards. So everybody comes out. So, yeah, so they crack open the door. The sun is shining. And then we walk out holding hands. And then we see the real pictures of Anne, Lorraine, and they're like side by side shots of the families and based on the true story and all that. And then we hear the recording, the voices and stuff. The end. He's a 10 out of 10 out of me.
Man, if I was that daughter, I would not hold my mom's hand for any time soon.
Mom, you trying to kill me? No, it was not me.
Okay, but it was your body. So go ahead and keep that away from me, yeah?
How do you know it's really gone?
Like,
you don't know.
Good, like, I don't know, 14 years.
What do you thought of the movie, guys? The ending? Or is it the beginning? It is the beginning of the craziness.
As a horror film, it was a fun horror movie. I say that. It was well executed.
Yes,
the directing, the acting was good. It's really good.
What are you, Spooky Base? What do you think? Awesome. Arnold.
I
I would like to see you in that movie. Hilarious. Get to the chopper. We need air evac.
Put that possessed Spooky down. No.
That's my wife.
Like I said, like this one hit me.
Demon, let go. Let go.
This movie hit me in ways I didn't expect, because when James Wan wanted you to pay attention with his directorial approach, like, he let you freaking know that it was going down, and it caught me every time. And it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. I was like, bam! All right, it's happening. And like, it was cool.
What are the parts you'll say that in the movie that really got you?
I don't like I said, like the with the mirror.
Oh, okay.
Because I was expecting the BAMs, but it was a different.
It was a different BAM.
But this sinister undertone was still there.
Because you're waiting for it.
Yeah,
and then it doesn't come. And then when it comes unexpectedly with the girl, you're like, "Oh, you bitch!"
And it just there were just parts, man. Just like, they say that what makes a scary movie scarier is not seeing the ghost or seeing whatever monster as much as possible. But I feel like when they presented it, it was just kind of like bam, like in all its glory, and it was like scary for that it was not afraid to show itself.
And I feel that same way, man. What about you, cousin? What was your jump, like you said, jump off points?
Yeah. Oh, it was the part with where they show the witch on top of the
wardrobe.
yeah. What is it called? Yeah. Is
The
it?
Davenport.
Yeah, probably that one. No, but yeah. At the time, it's a. I'm trying to. How do you explain The Conjuring? It's like a. It's like It's like the Marvel version of a horror movie, kind of thing. Like when Marvel first were making it, like when they made the first Iron Man. Like
Yeah.
because we had superhero movies before that are they were kind of silly. They weren't that it was but with this horror movie, they gave it more loving, more love.
Yeah.
So it was a good movie. I won't say though like the only reason if we were to make a list of like greatest horror movies, I wouldn't put it. I still would say it's like mid, just because it doesn't break any new ground. Because at the end of the day, it is just a.
It's a haunted house. It's a haunted
On
house.
the house, yeah.
You're
Ghosts
looking
and
over your
stuff.
shoulder, going through the mazes type of
Yeah.
thing. You're looking. You're like, okay, it's not here.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did jump scares at an A+ level. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Where a lot of movies they just kind of do it cheaply, but this one they
And I know when I can't wait for the Nun to come out, because that's later. What I really love about that movie is the misdirections of that fucking movie, dude. That's the thing that got me. I loved it so much for that. For the Nun 2. Because you think it's like here, you're expecting it here, right? And you go there and it's not there. And you expect it, all right, it's not there, it's gonna be here. So you look, it's not there. And like, okay, behind, front, no. But you're like, okay, you let your guard down because like, all right, it didn't show up here. But when you turn, it's right there. You're like, what the? It's like where you originally thought it was gonna be, but at that moment it's not there. You're like, okay, so it's not there, it's here, and then you turn around, it's there. Like, oh mother, like it's like a delay reaction.
The whole time, are you looking for a jump scare?
And it sets up for it. Like I said, you think it's coming from one direction, right? So like, all right, and then it doesn't come from there. Like, okay, if it's not gonna come there, it goes. You makes it go around, and it comes back to the place you thought it was gonna come out of.
Does the Kansas City Shuffle.
There you go. and it's cool for that. And then the things that look like it might be the Nun, when they go look at it, it's not her. And it was like, oh, you asked.
It wasn't the Nun. It was a Nun.
It was a Nun.
Like movies that really perform, or I don't know, define their genre. I don't know if this defined this genre, but
no, it's a possession movie.
But like fits its genre very well. They make you feel the feelings that are associated with that. Like when I watch a really good like fighting movie or action movie, like I want to get in there and I feel for like the next like 24 hours. I'm like, man, I want to like something come at me, like bring it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, it's a Hollywood horror popcorn flick.
Yeah,
you enjoy yourself watching it.
It stayed with me, and that's how the good ones are. Like we've reviewed some movies and I'm like, I'll shrug it off. But like some movies like this one that I'll go into a dark room and just be like look around. Like I was in a very empty room that nobody would have found me for weeks if I had died. Like, oh no, I gotta go in here because and I'd be looking over my shoulder constantly. Like that. I
was gonna tell you, are you enjoying these like you call them forced horror movies that you're watching?
I'm open to new experiences, and this is one of those experiences that I'm open to. So
you're opening your eyes, like, oh, that's what they're talking about, like why they hold this so, and how they like I could see it now why they hold it in this level type of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why, like I said, like The Conjuring is the one who set off the whole universe. And then it's funny how like other movies like La Llorona that was supposed to be part of the Conjuring. They came out like, yeah, it's not part of our continuity anymore.
Really, but she looks so good in jeans.
But she just cries too much. That's what it was.
Mm.
So yeah, like I said, like the whole. I feel like another extension of The Conjuring is Annabelle, which Annabelle has 3 iterations that connects other movies to it.
I mean,
So,
clearly,
because the Annabelle creations, like you were saying, was it bonus? We'll get to it. I mean, it sets up the nun, you know, like it sets it up. So, which is it gives them that ball to that one, and then the nun sets up. It goes back to The Conjuring, and it, you know, what I'm saying, like it supports each other.
well, at the end of Annabelle Creations, we see Ed in the front yard of the house next door, where the possessed girl went and killed that family, her adopted family.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
So that's setting up the Conjuring family. Like it's showing their association and how they got Annabelle.
Senor, have you seen Annabelle Creations, cousin? You?
I did. I saw it in theaters a while ago. And it was funny because I remember when you talked to want to review it, and I was like, "Did I see that movie?" You know, there was a couple, and then I remember it was like, yeah, I like looked at it, I was like, "Oh, I did watch that movie." I did see it.
Yeah. I mean, we could just talk about it, man. Fuck it, we'll review it next year or something. But in the part of where the sister in her room and the dad comes in, what's his name? Eli, right? Eli or some shit. Well, the dad comes in.
I remember in the movie, there's a Mexican actor or a Spanish actor that was really good. I forgot. I can't remember his name. Look him up. He was really good.
The priest. Oh, so he walks in, right, and then like, oh, who's this? And he gets the picture, right, and then, oh, this is a congregation of nuns that are my teachers, you know, and like, oh, such and such and such. You're like, oh yeah, and then who's this, right? And then she, it's like a holographic card. She goes like this. They're like, and then you see the nun like right there in the corner. Like, I don't know who she that. Who was that? So I was like, oh. So that's when we see the nun for the first time. And at the end of that movie, the end credits. You saw the end credits, Senor Hitman? You hear the nun theme song goes, oh, you see her like approaching you like this. She's coming at you at the camera. And I was like, oh no. And then she goes away. And that's how the nun comes out right after that one. So, and then after that one is Annabelle Comes Home, which adds more wrinkles to the museum. On the way from there, because it picks up from where they pick up the doll, right? From here, it's like, oh, we took it home. So like it's showing you what happens between there and there. So everything that happened between there and there, all the problems they had, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's like connective tissue. So like, but yeah, man, I love the Conjuring universe. I hope they will continue it. Part 3 was not up to par.
No, I don't know. Is he doing Saw again, or was it just a one-time thing?
What else he went to go do? I think Fast Furious.
You talking about James Wan?
Yeah.
Well, you got Aquaman coming out.
No, I'm saying because like why he left Part 3, you know?
Not that he left. It's just he's like a producer. Like he's working on other stuff. You know? He's still.
No, I'm saying like we're saying like why didn't do Part 3? Because he did 1 and 2. Like why didn't do 3? He gave it to someone else to do it.
He's probably working on Aquaman. You know, because he got these contracts with WB and all that stuff. So
yeah.
I mean, let me check out his. Let's see. Conjuring to. Yeah, he was working on Aquaman.
It was Aquaman, right?
Yeah. And then when Conjuring, the devil made me do it. yeah, because then he released Malignant. He did Malignant.
Oh, that's right. Malignant. Remember that one? It was like during the pandemic era.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it was trippy, man.
Yeah. Well, like he's worked on he has his finger in like a lot of stuff, but the things that take up most of his time is man.
We'll get him off that shit, man. Get him back in horror.
That was
I
the
mean,
biggest money maker.
he's still producing all those horror movies.
So get Jackie Chan in it again.
With the Conjuring 3. Oh no! I'm thinking of Insidious 4 or whatever 3. I don't know. The Red Door. The one that.
Latest one.
Nah, never mind. But he produced on that one too.
That's all right. All right, guys. So, Spooky Base.
He's occupied.
Arnold probably told him to do some reps. So, recommended? Yes, no?
No, yeah, 100%.
Me recomiendas.
We give it a seal of approval. Go check it out. Oh, the Conjuring universe. I heard they were supposed to do the Wicked Man, but that didn't fall through. Was it the Wicked? Oh no, the Wicked Man, the Crooked Man. With a crooked smile on the Crooked Man. Remember? She was walking down the hallway. with the big cane.
I don't feel like he held enough character.
Nah, that's true. What was it to hit everybody with an umbrella?
Right? At that point, it's just the Penguin. Like, what?
That's true. Well, guys, it's been fun. Even though a little back and forth. So yeah, guys, tune in till next time to find out what our second to last movie of the holiday spooky season. Can't believe it's almost over. For Spooky Base, Cousin Neil, Hitman, I Am the Zombie. This is and has been the Hitman and the Zombie Show. Till next time, stay